I'm here to present you a small video named INDO, a documentary on Indo-Danish project Upper Shillong, which was started on the 24th of March 1974. This documentary will acquaint you with what we are doing here in this project.
At about 10 kilometers away from the city of Shillong, the Indo-Danish project dairy farm is located at essentially the top of the Meghalaya plateau amid rolling hills and pastures that abound in great natural beauty. The farm is at an altitude of about 1,500 meters or about 5,000 feet above sea level. It experiences temperatures from -1 degree Celsius in winter and up to 20 degrees Celsius in the summer. Although this is a very moderate temperature range, this drop and change can be observed sometimes in a single day, especially when the monsoon downpours start amid storms. It is still in the midst of a mostly verdant environment, and on approaching its gates, it is very easy to forget that this is indeed the premises of a government farm. As we enter the main gate, the administrative building is on the right, and it is here that all official and administrative work is carried out. The Indo-Danish project was started on 24 March 1974 as a collaborative effort between the government of Denmark and the Indian government. The farm was started with 60 Holstein Friesian heifers and 6 young bulls and Danish Jersey breeds. Along with the animals, different agricultural machinery and tools, along with Danish experts, were brought in to establish the farm. It was an effort to modernize dairy farming in Meghalaya, and it has been successful in doing so, not just as a farm, but also by providing training to local farmers of the state. The main objective of the farm is to breed high genetic value Holstein Friesian, pure and crossbred calves in order to propagate and distribute them to farmers, and also to produce farm-fresh organic milk for local consumers of the city. At present, there are 160 plus animals with around 70 milch cows, or cows that give milk, with an average milk yield of 550 to 600 liters per day. The farm spreads over an area of 85 acres, out of which 45 acres is cultivable land, 25 acres grazing land, and 15 acres infrastructure, which consists of various office buildings, sheds, roads, as well as farm buildings which are aligned in the north-south direction. There are also officers' rooms, milk collection room, dispensing room, store rooms, etc. The operations of the farm currently falls under the supervision of Dr. K.N.LAMARE, who is the Assistant Director of this project, along with Dr. N. Marwin and Dr. R.D. Wajri, who are specialized in their respective fields. They are supported by the various para vets, attendants and other staff who all work very hard as a team in order to ensure smooth running of the project. Activities in the farm starts every day at 5 a.m. and wraps up by 6 p.m. in the evening. The day begins with the cleaning of the dung, which will be gathered at the manure pit. This dung can later be used for fertilizing the fields. This activity is carried out meticulously, thus ensuring clean sheds, which is essential for maintenance of hygiene. The animals are then fed concentrated feed, which is balanced, before the cows are milked. The workers prepare the milking process by washing the udders and teats thoroughly with warm water and a clean cloth. Then oil is applied to make the milking as easy as possible. The milk that has been collected is measured for each and every cow, and then it is transferred to a bigger utensil and cans after being passed through a sieve. The collected milk is then tested and measured for its fat content using sulfuric acid with 10 milliliters of milk along with isoamyl alcohol. The milk has to have 3.5% fat content with an SNF of 8%, which is a legally mandated measurement that ensures a tasty and nourishing product. Now the milk is ready for disposal to consumers, and the excess is sent to the chilling and pasteurization plant at Moyong. The whole process from cleaning to disposal of the milk is completed by 7 a.m. The workers then get a half an hour tea break and will resume their work by 7:30 a.m. A portion of the milk is also fed to the calves according to their age and requirements. Calves are raised separately in a different shed. They are taken from birth and kept in individual enclosures. They receive milk twice daily with paddy straw and succulent grass. There is also a separate outdoor enclosure for the calves in order for them to exercise and bathe in sunlight. They are usually let loose by 8 a.m. This ensures a healthy and happy calf free from disease. Each calf receives no less than 6 liters of milk daily. This is then reduced by 1 liter every month. That means they get milk till they are 6 months old. Succulent grass and hay, which are highly nutritious, are also part of the feed. A special feed mix is also fed in increasing amounts as they grow. Once they are 6 months old, the male and female calves are sold off to farmers for breeding purposes. The farm generates a good amount of revenue, which is accounted and maintained in the office and is deposited to the state exchequer regularly. Record keeping, including maintenance and regular updating of herd books, production register, etc., forms a pivotal role in the organized and smooth functioning of the farm. Similar financial records are also being maintained in the administrative section of the establishment. In other parts of the farm, led by fieldmen, workers are in the fields by 7 a.m. They work till 5 p.m. with an hour lunch break in between. They cut the grass in various ways in order to feed the cows inside the shed. According to the seasons, the workers in the field till and harrow the land with different machineries so the grass and other crops will grow well. They are responsible for the cultivation and harvesting of fodder grasses and fodder crops all through the year using different types of machineries and tools. Before the grazing grass is sown, it is very essential that the soil is fertile. After the soil has been tested, the staff will till and clear it and then add the manure which has been collected in the manure pit. Acidic soil has to be treated with lime and organic phosphorus. It is plowed and liming is done, after which the soil is harrowed thoroughly. Manuring and final harrowing makes it ready for planting. Sowing is done either by the seed sowing machine or manually. After that, the soil is thoroughly crushed so that it is ready to receive the sown seeds. Different machines are used with the tractor. To plow, the plowing attachment is used. Then the harrow is used to crush the soil. The sowing machine sows the seeds, and the comb harrow organizes them uniformly. There are 2 main types of fodder crops, and they are sown in monsoon and winter. Oats is sown and harvested in winter, maize during the monsoon. In the months of February till April, maize, which is the most important crop for a dairy farm, is sown. By the month of June and July, the last of it is harvested before it fully fruits. It is highly beneficial for milk production when used as silage. Silage is prepared from the month of July. Each day, the harvested maize is placed carefully in specially made silo pits to stock and save feed and fodder to be used in the winter. The maize stalks are placed line by line in an orderly fashion so as to prevent air pockets that may spoil it. They are placed tightly layer after layer, and after every layer of maize, a layer of molasses is added in between. The molasses mix is poured to give the silage a good aroma, which makes it more palatable. The maize is stacked till it reaches the top of the silage pit. It is then covered tightly by a polythene cover. The silage can be kept for a maximum of 10 to 12 months, which can be fed in times of scarcity and the lean season. During the process of silage making, a one-day harvesting feast is celebrated in which officers from the headquarters and the Indo-Danish project all join hands in harvesting of fodder, which is followed by a feast and general merrymaking. After being sown in the month of September, oats is harvested after a period of 60 days, after which it can be harvested again after an interval of 30 days. It is a hardy crop that does not require much water, and it grows to about 3 feet high. In a good year, oats can be harvested up to 3 times. A portion of the oats is allowed to mature on the plant in order to be able to harvest it for seed production. The harvested plant is threshed in order to obtain the seeds, which will be used to sow the next season. The staff in the field work very hard each day, come rain or shine. After returning from their tea break, the workers bathe the animals with water and a soft brush and groom them properly to ensure they stay clean and free from any sickness or disease. The udders and the hoofs are given special attention. After the cows are washed, the shed is thoroughly cleaned and sanitized as well. The whole process is completed by 9 a.m. It is during this time that the doctors and paravets will examine each and every animal for any illness or if they are in heat. If there are any cows that are sick, the doctors and their paravets medicate and provide treatment accordingly. After the doctors are satisfied, the cows are released for grazing into the grazing pastures by 9:30 a.m. The cows are allowed to feast on the fresh grass and to take in the sunshine in order to be healthy and produce the best milk. They are allowed to stay in the pastures till 1 p.m. Then they are brought back to the sheds and allowed to have plenty of water and rest. The cows are then fed a special feed with water. This concentrated feed is prepared in the feed godown and contains mustard oil cake, crushed maize, wheat bran, salts and mineral powders mixed at different proportions so that the feed concentrate becomes a balanced diet. According to its milk production capacity, the heifers are fed 2 kgs daily. A pregnant cow is given 3 kgs of this mix and a half a kilo more within 2 months of delivery. This feed is given twice daily. Evening milking starts by 3 p.m. and before milking, the same procedure of feeding concentrates and milking and disposal process is carried out. The main product of the farm is the calves of the cows, and these are made possible without the need of a sire through artificial insemination. Grass is an important fodder for the cows. With increasing strength of the animals, availability of green fodder has decreased, and recently in 2021, new pastures have been made enclosed with fences in order to ensure no cow goes astray and can graze in a rotational method so that the grazing plots have time to recoup and grow more grass. At present, a new pilot project is underway, the crossing of Ongol FSS with Holstein and Friesian cows. Root slips cultivation was also taken up recently. These are the fodder which are planted in steep slopes. Napier grass, Guinea grass, paragrass is grown, which are perennial grasses. These are fodder which are very nutritious and enhances milk production. It is also another important feed, and it is harvested about 6 times a year. With proper irrigation facilities, these fodder grasses can be harvested throughout the year. Green and dry fodder are brought twice in a day to the cattle shed. The dry fodder includes paddy straw and hay, which has separate storing facilities and is available the whole year round. In winter, when most of the grass has dried up, a portion of it is harvested for hay. The hay is then chaffed by the chaffing machine, which makes it easily digestible by the cattle. Work at the farm continues throughout the day until 5 p.m. sharp, when the farm is closed and the animals are fed green grass and silage so that they can consume throughout the night. The dairy farm is one of the government-run farms that has served as a prime example of dairy farming to the farmers of the state. The farm is regularly being visited by high officials, including union ministers. The farm operates at its maximum capacity the whole year through. All the staff and workers work without particular off days or holidays. They are indeed a great example of dedication and commitment, even with sometimes only the basic tools at their disposal. It is through this hard work from over the years that has put this farm at its current position and sets as a great example of a well-run government enterprise.